You bet me. So I did it. Welcome to my series where I write my commenters as if they were characters in my upcoming story, Glassheart. Chris, I took a look at your profile. Here's the vibes I got. I hope you enjoy. You were born in the dark caverns underneath First Sister. From the moment you were able to walk, your overseers trained you into a lethal weapon. For over a decade, your life was focused on combat, tracking, and mastering your glyphs. Glyphs of strength, speed, and camouflage. All of this for a chance to serve the Huntress, your goddess, to join the ranks as one of her Braga. You passed your trial and joined the elite, to be her spear and maintain the order that she carved into the anarchy centuries ago. Personal attachments are forbidden. All you need is what the Huntress provides you. You join a pack and are sent to patrol the lower denizens of Second Sister. The lower denizens call you a hound, for they are ignorant. You have dedicated yourself to be what a human should be, strong, fast, and obedient. When someone steps out of line, justice is dealt swiftly and efficiently. Your pack work together, moving in the dead of night, capturing your prey. You never kill if you have to, because judgment exists for your goddess and your goddess alone. One day orders come that you and your pack have been assigned to guard one of the electee families in First Sister. A high honor for any Braga. Serving a family of the divine is an honor, but it's mostly a boring job. The electee don't really take risks. Your days are peaceful, watching over this family for years. Your youngest member even takes time out of her day to share words with you. You have grown to enjoy walking with her to the gardens to visit. You're always there to protect her. The years go by before word from your goddess arrives. The family that you've been protecting has been deemed heretics and are to be brought in for judgment. That night, you pick up your spear to carry out your goddess's will. The family is caught off guard, but they put up a fight all the same. Electee have a near unlimited supply of magic, but you have been trained to subdue any prey. In the fight, the youngest daughter gets away. You and your teammate pursue, and you corner her. She begs for her freedom. What will you do? So, what will you do? Will you let her go? Will you betray the word of your goddess, your brothers and sisters? Will you be a good soldier? Gain favor? Let me know. And if you want me to write one about you, please leave a comment below. I enjoy each and every one of them, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! As long as you don't hate me for what I wrote. Welcome to my series as I write my commenters as if they were characters in my upcoming story, Glassheart. Samantha, I took a good look at your profile. Here's the vibes I got. Hope you enjoy it. You are head of an entertainment troupe in the Second Sister where you perform as a knife thrower. Showing your mastery over the speecho glyph, you're able to control your blade, weaving it through an obstacle course before landing in the bullseye. Your troupe is a collective of singers, dancers, performers, all offering a wide variety of shows for all ages, and after dark offer a more spicier entertainment. As a human, you have little rights of your own, so you struck a deal with an eccentric electee that holds a soft spot for humans. For a cut of the profits, they have signed on as your troupe's owner. Legally, your benefactor gets final say on everything, but luckily, they aren't invested in your day-to-day. As long as the money keeps rolling in, and you honor an odd request now and then, they're okay to leave you alone. This deal also comes in handy when someone wants to come looking to purchase one of your performers. Normally, all it takes is just a name drop to make them go scurrying. One night, after all the shows have ended, the doors to your office opens, and an electee dressed in an expensive robe stroll in. You are respectful as you should be as one of his station. The electee, with a predatory grin, informs you that your benefactor has died. At first, you can't believe him. Electee are immortal. But they have the correct documentation of your owner's passing, and what's worse is the transference of ownership to this new electee. They still want the shims, of course, but feel that you've been enjoying too much freedom and plan to have a more direct hand in running your troupe. They want to convert this place into a showcase for electee and wealthy Kuthor. There's always a demand for talented humans, after all. Panic sets in about losing everything that you have built and the people that you have protected all of your life. Your thoughts turn to violence at the electee. And unfortunately, you're still connected to the dagger from your performance earlier that night. Before either of you know what happened, the blade leaps from your sheath, arcs itself towards and embeds itself in the skull of the electee. Your world stops as terror seeps into your bones. Unaliving an electee is a sin that will not only erase you, but your entire troop. So, what will you do? Will you go into hiding? Leave your troop to its own devices, their own fate? Or will you try to cover this up? As far as you know, they came alone, and Second Sister is on the... Well, thank you. And I wrote one for you. Welcome to my series where I write my commenters as if they were characters in my story, Glassheart. Cosmic, I took a look at your profile, here's the vibes I got, and I hope you enjoy it. You grew up in the poverty-stricken streets of Third Sister. Wanting a better life for you and your siblings, each morning you pull a cart along the same rickety bridge to Second Sister to collect scraps of metal and glass. Your route takes you in a circle to many of the largest finger shops. You target the big shops because apprentices make a lot of waste and they can afford to lose a little bit of scrap. It's mostly brass and copper, but sometimes there are chips of dead glass, and a handful of those could bring you more shims than a cart full of metal. Each day you wonder if one of the shops would slip sanity and accidentally toss out a crimson. And with one of those, you could take a full week off. Going in between Third and Second Sister day in and day out really sets in how different the two mesas are. Instead of dirty streets and broken walls that you grew up with, Second Sister is decorated with beautiful mosaics. Hounds are constantly on patrol of the streets, maintaining order where people can walk around without threat of violence. A particularly violent gang called the Jags controls your neighborhood. Lately, the monthly payments are getting astronomical, forcing you to stay later and later just to break even. You've tried talking with Second Sister officials, but the moment a mention of Third Sister is brought up, it falls on deaf ears. Well, if no one's going to take care of you, you're going to take care of yourself. You start to work with your neighbors, pulling resources together to fix up your town. Your program starts small, but grows. People start helping each other, looking after one another. Slowly but surely, you start protecting one another and sticking it to the Jags, slowly driving them out. One night there's a problem on the bridge, and you have to take a different way home, returning late in the evening. There is commotion on your street. Hounds have come to Third Sister. Your heart drops, for it's your home that's the one that's been raided, and your family is gone. Are the electee working with the gangs? What's going on? You talk to anyone that will listen, trying to find out what happened to your family. Soon, you're approached by someone that claims that your family is bound for the hunting grounds. In 3 days' time, they say that if you join their crew, they're going to help bust everyone out that's been taken. Are you joining? So, what will you do? Will you join this mystery group, or will you try to figure out another way to save your family? Let me know. And if you enjoyed this one and would like me to write, I'll do you one better. My series where I write my commenters as if they were characters in my upcoming story, Glassheart. Tevi, I took a look at your profile. Here's the vibes I got. Hope you enjoy. Tevi, you were one of the Guthor. Over a century ago, you served as singer for the Huntress, placing her glyphs on the humans that will grow up to be her hounds. You did this with the belief that you were doing your part to keep all the citizens of Dovrim safe. Maintain the cultivated order that the electee worked tirelessly to keep. After decades, you start to truly see how the royals see your people, and you make plans to leave, vowing to never sing again. You stay quiet, you keep your head down. It's amazing what some hair dye and a creative application of paint can do. But years of solitude doesn't do the soul good, and your desire to create art brings you back into the public. No more glass, it's too close to your former life. You open up a paint studio. There you paint about everyday life with your aim to capture the hardships of the common citizen. You employ human artists and even teach night classes. But one day, everything changes. In broad daylight, one of your employees is beaten and taken away by the hounds. Everyone ignores the event, for this is part of everyday life. You work all through the night, painting. The piece that you paint is raw, rushed, an expression of what went down that morning, and you hang it in the square for all to see. It becomes a weekly ritual for you to paint the injustice that you see in the streets, and you hang them up in a different spot around the city to avoid detection. The paintings soon become talk of the town. It shows the terrible treatment of human, Hobbs, and Cawthor alike at the hands of the electee. But one night, you wake up to the sounds of someone in your kitchen, and you fear the worst. You grab a weapon and head downstairs, ready to defend your life. But it's actually worse than you thought. Standing in your kitchen, making you a cup of tea, is the huntress, Ahoso herself. She smiles at you like an old friend. And then she makes you a deal. To continue your work painting, but the paintings are going to be subjects that she chooses. Or run. She'll give you a 3-day head start for your years of service. So, what will you do? Will you take her deal? Work for her again? Or will you take your chances and run? Let me know. And if you'd like me to write a character about you, please let me know down in the comments. I enjoy each and every one of them, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!